Sister Ebony McSwain received her dance training in ballet, tap, and modern dance from Christian Academy for the Performing Arts under the direction of Miss Natalie Stewart. She earned her Bachelor's of Arts in Dance from the University of Maryland, College Park, and her Master's of Arts in Teaching Secondary Education with a concentration in Performing Arts Dance from American University. Miss Ebony has choreographed for various groups, to include, but not limited to, Christian Academy for the Performing Arts, From the Heart Christian School, From the Heart Church Ministries, and Musical Theater Zerkalo. Her passion for dance led her to establish Excellence Dance Academy. Hello, my name is Maya Simone, and this is Harmony Music Ministries Music and Arts Corner. Joining us today is Ebony McSwain, Artistic Director and founder of Excellence Dance Academy. Hello, Miss McSwain. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, what motivated you to start a dance company?
So it's kind of a funny, short, long story. But I was working with my dance teacher, that I grew up with. Her name is Natalie Stewart. She was the founder and artistic director of Christian Academy for the Performing Arts. So that's where I did my training from 5 till I graduated. And then I went to college, went away for a year, came back. And when I came back, I was in the area. So I started to work with her when I came back and stuff. And then she closed her company in 2013. And so at that point, I was kind of like, oh, okay, because I thought like we're gonna go do this forever and stuff, but that didn't happen and stuff. And there was one day where I was with her and her family coming from some event. I think we went to a performance or something, and yeah, it was another dance show. And she was like, Ebony, I better not see that in one of your performances. And I was like, I don't remember saying that I was going to be doing any like performances, any programs, and nothing like that. But I know that it was God saying like, let's get to moving and stuff. And so from that point on, I started to really like seek God about it and start to like really look into it and stuff. And I started to notice that I do have a knack for like putting on programs, and I'm pretty good at it, in my opinion. So I just kind of was like, well, let's see how this goes. And so began planning for it, doing all the, business plan and all that great stuff. And then we had EDA. I technically started it in 2014 with like a small group of children. Then we kind of like went on the hiatus and then came back in like 2017, did like performances with a small group, and then opened it up for like enrollment in 2018. So yeah, it's been pretty good.
That's awesome. So along with teaching and dancing, what are some other things that you want dancers to take away from Excellence Dance Academy?
So some like, I guess, life personal skills, if that makes sense. Okay. So there's a lot of things that good things you can learn from dancing and stuff. And like I've been noticing, kind of paying attention to different things that I say to the dancers that I've also said to myself that I'm still working on. Mm-hmm. So different things like be patient with yourself, like it's day one. So I don't expect you to learn, the new step on day one. Right. We're going to work and practice at it. You know what I'm saying? Different things like, congratulating yourself for those small victories and things. If you do get it, congratulate yourself and keep moving. Doesn't matter if you don't have the whole dance completed or you don't have the whole thing down pat. Right. At least you got that one thing, and sometimes I think we tend to focus so much on the big picture that we forget the little small victories that get us through that whole journey. Mm-hmm. And stuff. And so just those little small like life lesson, personal lessons that you can gain from dance, I'd want them to get that as well.
Awesome. So how do you use dance to inspire people?
So for me, I got into dance because in school or as a young child, I was a very, very shy child, like didn't talk in school unless I was called on. I would like play with my friends and stuff, but most days I was not talking all day long until I got home to my mom, and she was like, then I would like spew out every little thing that happened that day and stuff. And so when I got into dancing, they were like, Miss Natalie was like, when you do a ballet, you're communicating to the audience and you're talking to the audience through your body. I was like, so I can talk and not actually talk. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? This is perfect for me, you know? And so I'm just kind of like, all right, great. So like, I want to use dance to get different messages out that I may not be able to communicate that well, and stuff. I still feel like I'm a pretty shy person in a sense of like, I have to get to know you and be comfortable to like really tell you my life story per se. But I'll still talk. I'll talk now better than I did before. Thank God, you know, maturity and everything. But you know, and so I want to encourage people to, hey, if you can't say it, like dance it out, or you know, just use your body and try to, you know, fill it out, or pick a song that communicates what you're saying and then move to that song, and then they'll see exactly how you're feeling or what you're dealing with and stuff. Right. And so I think it can help a lot of different people find different ways to communicate. Right. So yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so what makes EVA different from other dance academies?
So that's actually a question I've been like kind of contemplating over the last few weeks or so, because that's, as from a business perspective, that's something you have to kind of take into consideration. How are you different from the studio down the street? Right. And stuff? And so I think that the way that I approach how I teach my classes makes a difference. So I don't make it a, we have to get it done for this, and this. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not that we don't have to get it done, because we definitely do. But, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to be, we're going to get the technique. We're going to do things correctly, but we're going to do it with patience. We're going to do it with love. We're going to do it in a more comfortable and welcoming and inviting like environment and stuff. I don't want children to be scared of me. I don't want children to come in and feel like if they don't get it right today, they can't be in the performance. You know what I'm saying? There's always a place and a space for everybody. And that was something that I even got from my teacher. Like, she didn't necessarily dismiss children if they couldn't get it right. You just might be on this row, or you might be only in this part and stuff, so that you can look good too. You know what I'm saying? And so like, she always would make sure you put your best foot forward, and I want to do that for other people as well, but still challenge you along the way, right? So, hey, this is the part you're performing in, but we're still going to learn this part too, because that way you're still growing and developing, and I'm not just saying you're only this kind of dancer, because that's not fair either. So definitely just like having people feel comfortable and safe, you know, safe to make mistakes, to be able to learn and develop at their own pace.
Okay. So in your company name, you all have a slogan, which you all say. What is that slogan, and how did you come up with it?
All right, so our slogan is "Show them who, show them Jesus." Okay. And we say it 3 times. I'm not gonna say it 3 times, but that's our slogan. I honestly do not remember when that came to me, but I know it came from God, in a sense of like, I was trying to figure out like kind of what our thing would be and stuff. And he just was like, well, what's the reasoning why you're doing this? And I'm like, well, when I dance, I want to show people Jesus, like point blank and stuff. And so he was like, point blank, that's it. And I'm like, all right, like, you know, just keeping it simple, like, you know. And so I actually like first used it for my churches. We had a general church meeting, and I was in charge of the like welcome presentation. We had like 200 something volunteers, a bunch of people like doing this 10-minute long presentation. It was really cool, super fun and stuff. And I was the one in charge. So when it was like the day of, we were trying to get motivated and stuff. And I was like, you know what? It's the perfect time to start using this and get comfortable, because again, not a big talker, right? So we were just like, show them Jesus, and just like kept going. I was like, yeah, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't use it first on my company, but I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing and what my message is and stuff. And so that's really honestly point blank what it is. Like, we're communicating Jesus, whether you're a believer, non-believer. Each song may not be necessarily wholeheartedly like a gospel or Christian song, but you'll see Jesus in there some way, shape, or form, you know? So
speaking of Jesus, how do you ensure that Jesus is rooted in your dancers?
So good question. So I'm not necessarily like a preacher or like teacher well, I'm a teacher, but like not preaching is like not my gift, right? But I always want to make sure that my dancers know what they're dancing about. So we definitely take time to explain and talk about what each piece is going to be, what's the song that we're dancing to, how does it fit into the program. Every program has a theme and a central idea behind it and stuff, and so I ensure that they know what they're doing. I don't want you to just get up there and dance idly just because you like to dance. No, every dance has a purpose, and you should be dancing for a purpose, and that purpose is to glorify God. So that's my way of doing it and stuff. We definitely still have fun and everything and stuff, because you can have fun while dancing for Jesus. That's a myth that people tend to have and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But like, you can be a super technical dancer and still dance for Jesus and stuff, or you can do, simple movements and stuff and still do it. But so I do it that way, making sure that they know exactly what they're dancing and why they're doing it.
So if you could choose a Bible verse to represent Excellence Dance Academy, which one would you choose and why?
Okay, good. So we do have one. It's Colossians 3:23. Whatsoever you do it heartily as unto the Lord and not unto man. That's something that when I learned it in school, it relieved so much pressure off of me, because it was like, oh, so I only have to please God? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is great. You know me? Because you can really get caught up in pleasing all the people that you care about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not that you shouldn't, but that's not the ultimate goal, And so in creating that safe and comfortable environment, I even tell my dancers, you're not doing this dance for me. Yes, I'm the one in charge. Yes, I want you to do well, but you're not doing this for me. You're doing this for God. So at the end of the day, if he's pleased with the fact that you got your leg from this position to this one by the time the performance is, congratulations, he is pleased. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So so that's been my scripture for me. And then I also carried it into the company as well.
I love that. So, are there any upcoming events that you want viewers to know? Maybe that Excellence Dance Academy has upcoming?
Yes. So every year we try to do a annual recital. Our first year was 2019, so we're only about 3 years old and stuff. And so last year, of course, COVID made it a little interesting. So we did the virtual recital. Still got one, so that was good. And so this year we're going to do another virtual recital just to stay safe and stuff, and so we can really find the time and the place to do go back to a stage and stuff like that. So our virtual recital, we haven't necessarily announced it on our platforms and stuff yet, but it'll be on June 27th, 2021. It'll be at 4:00. It'll be online, so all are welcome to view it. It'll be free. We'll be accepting donations as well, and I like doing that because I like making sure everyone has access to view dance, and especially having access to Jesus.
Right.
So I don't necessarily while you have the charge as a business aspect, we'll just take the donations and go from there and stuff. And I know God will take care of us and stuff. So yes, that's our program coming up. The program title is Show Them God's Faithfulness and stuff. So it'll talk about the different ways that God has been faithful to us as people, and just different perspectives of faith and faithfulness.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. So when preparing for events, do you do all the choreography yourself?
No, so which is great. No, I actually have a small staff. It's 3 of us. So I have my tap teacher, Mariah Hopkins. She does our tap dances for our older children. I have my preschool and beginner teacher, who is Naomi McSwain. She's my sister. So she deals with our little people and stuff. She's really good with little people, and Mariah is really good at tap. So I'm so thankful that they are there to help me out and everything. And so, but then also I like to use my dancers to help with choreography from time to time and stuff. So I might ask them like, hey, give me an 8 count to this. I'll give them different instructions to do and then go from there. In my adult class this past week, we used improvisation exercises for them to create choreography and stuff, which was pretty cool because it introduced another technique that they can use and kind of take with them and stuff. So yeah, I didn't get started as a choreographer until other people gave me opportunities. And so I want to make sure that I continue that, because you can find a gift that you have or an interest you have just from one experience and stuff. So I want to make sure that I offer that to everybody.
Awesome. So my final question for you is, what is your main goal for Excellence Dance Academy?
So my main goal is to be able to reach as many people as possible. And with whoever that entails. So I want to be able to go into different communities and perform to whoever is willing to listen. We could go out into the park. We could go across the country. I just want to be able to show Jesus wherever we can do so, right. And stuff. And with whoever. So even if our company only has 2-3 children, well, those 2-3 children, let's pack it up and let's go. You know what I'm saying? So I try not to be focused or compare myself to other companies that may have hundreds of children and stuff. It's kind of what, my vision and my purpose and everything that God is having me to do is different. So, right. If he needs me to just use a small group to get this word across, then we'll do that, for the time being. And hopefully one day he will bless us with more. But I'm satisfied with what he's doing now because I know that we're doing good work and stuff. So, okay. Yep.
Well, Sister McSwain, thank you so much for joining us today. Yeah. If viewers would like to contact you, how can they contact you?
Okay, so they can contact me at our website. So you could go to www.excellence-dance.com, or you can email us at director@excellence-dance.com. Either of those options, you should be able to reach us, and we will happily get back to you. We do have a Facebook page. It's our name. Our Instagram is excellence-dance18, so you can find us there as well. So any of those platforms will work, and we'll be happy to work with you.
Got it. Okay. My name is Maya Simone, and this is Harmony Music Ministries Arts Corner. We'll see you next time.